So you have some really, really passionate fans.
I do.
Whenever I ask for questions for the Flash, it's almost all your thing. It's amazing.
It is amazing.
And right now, they really, really want to know if they're going to get to see more of you being an investigative
reporter. Yeah, the scripts that I've read so far, we do seem to be having more of that than we've had in past seasons, which makes me excited too. I, just like them, would love to see more of reporter Iris, and so I'm fighting for it too, guys. I'm always advocating that to the producers and writers. So I'm hoping season 3 will be the season that we see more of that. Fingers crossed. I don't know, but I'm hoping for it. Yeah.
Iris and Cisco had some scenes last season where their friendship kind of started to show a little bit more. The fans really want to see more of Iris and Cisco together. Do you think that there's a possibility for that to happen this season?
I think it's possible. I think because it worked out so well, it was kind of unexpected. I don't think it was written that way. It was something that, Carlos and I found a lot of that, and Kevin Smith, the director, Runaway Dinosaur, kind of helped us find that too. It ended up being a really interesting dynamic between Iris and Cisco, and so I think it'd be cool to see more of that and see more of Iris's humor. Yeah, I think it's possible, but I don't know. I don't know anything.
Do you think we'll get to see Iris, with investigative things, doing things that aren't directly tied to Flash and metahumans?
If I'm being honest, I feel like that's doubtful. I think only because the show is called The Flash, and so we need to always stay in that realm. Otherwise, it becomes the Iris West Picture News Show, which could be a spin-off. But for now, no, it's The Flash, and I think anything she does will be in terms of helping Team Flash solve metahuman crimes. Yeah.
How will Iris react to Wally becoming in his new superhero identity, and kind of where do you see that relationship going?
You will see that relationship, and I will say whether I'm allowed to or not, but Iris is very much kind of involved in that dynamic. She knows Kid Flash and helps and works with him, so it's an interesting dynamic from season 1 where she was so much in the dark. It'll be cool to see her kind of be a part of that. Yeah.
What's your most excited about this season for Iris?
They haven't told me much, so I don't know what to get excited about. But my hope and what I could be most excited about is the reporter arc, and also the Barry and Iris thing. I think we're finally going to see them try and have a relationship and make it work. And hopefully it's a healthy, normal, happy thing. So yeah, I think those two things.
Speaking of Barry and Iris, he's now twice, they've come together only for him to reset the timeline, once intentionally and one intentionally. If she finds out about that, how do you think that's going to make her feel? He actually this time chose.
Yeah, I mean, people always ask me that, but I think what you have to remember about Iris is she's so supporting and so loving, and I think given what Barry was going through at the end of season 2, having, his dad killed right in front of him, his dad's doppelganger show up as this other Flash from another Earth, it was just too much for one person, one young man to deal with, and so I think he did and made the best decision he could given the circumstances he was going through. And if anyone can understand and support that and stick with him through that, it would be Iris. So I don't think that she would be terribly upset by his actions. As long as he always comes back, I think she will understand. And that's basically what she says at the end of season 2. Wherever you have to go, whatever you have to do it. I'll be here.
Through any of the other potential crossovers with the other shows, do you see Iris having more relationships with characters from other CW shows?
I don't know. We've planned a 4-way crossover. I don't know how that looks, how we'll even manage to do that logistically. But we know nothing about who's crossing over, what storylines will be happening. I have no idea. I feel like I'm the only character on Flash that hasn't crossed over. So I'm hoping this season that I'll manage to do that. I'd love to go over to Supergirl. I think something with Catco makes the most sense for Iris West. Also, doesn't want to work on Felicity Walker. I think that's the reason I'm advocating for this. I just want to hang out with Felicity Walker. So, I don't know. That's my dream scenario. Yeah.
Do you think Iris would ever become envious that almost everyone else on the show has superpowers and she doesn't, or is that not something that she would even...
Iris or Candice?
Both.
You know what? Here's the thing. I always say I have no desire. I would love to suit up for like an episode on Earth and just see it once. But in terms of her needing to be a superhero, absolutely not. I think on superhero shows you have to have the everyday person that the audience can relate to. If everyone's a superhero, then what makes them super? You know, you've got to have the Iris West and the Joe West to make Barry Allen great, and really is. So I'm very happy with her being human and normal. Yeah.
How will the dynamic change now that in Flashpoint Barry didn't grow up with Iris, and Grant talked about having to really chase her down for relationships? You're kind of back to step one for that. So how does that kind of look, and how do you like playing that?
It's really fun. A lot of the stuff that Barry and I have been, Grant and I have been shooting has been some of my favorite stuff. Like lots of really great banter and interaction, and just, I mean, there's one scene that happens that I smile when I think back on shooting it. It's one of the best times I've had so far shooting it. So I think fans would really enjoy the Barry Iris dynamic, but it's very different. It's things have changed. They have to work at it. So yeah, it's very good. It's so cute. It's so cute.